If we're talking about lift kits here, we all know that adjustability is king. Look at how any level lift has blown up in the last few years. It's like having your cake and eating it too. It's just so much better. But there's one company that's been in business for over 50 years now and makes all sorts of neat stuff, including their crown jewel, a full air ride 2-link and 4-link suspension lift kit system. There's so much more than meets the eye with this one though, and we're super excited to dive into it today. I'm Dustin with Custom Offsets. You guys can follow me on Instagram at dusty.co, and today we're purging the lines and inflating the bags to bring you guys everything that you need to know about Kelderman Manufacturing. Now listen, if you found this video by accident, then welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us here and checking out the Custom Offsets channel. We started this channel a long time ago to bring you guys things like industry news, behind the scenes of truck builds, and more importantly, to help you guys learn more about all the awesome show trucks that you love just as much as we do. If you're not subscribed yet, maybe consider doing so right now. You know, there's like a little button down there. You can just like click. Anyway, it helps us keep the lights on. It keeps us bringing you guys all the awesome Custom Offsets content that you've come to love from us. Also, coincidentally enough, or maybe not, if you haven't already seen it, we're building another SEMA truck, and it's a rowdy one. She's big, she's gnarly, she makes 42s look like a 31 10.5, and we've got some big news that we're actually giving that one away. Yes, that's right, it's on a Kelderman lift kit, it's freaking awesome, and we're giving it away to somebody, plus we're making a donation to the Warrior Built Foundation, which is super freaking awesome. You guys can check that out by heading to customoffsets.com/giveaway, or just clicking the link down below. Just go there, just do it, pick up a t-shirt, get entered to win a SEMA truck. It's pretty cool. Ask any truck guy or gal what they think of when you say Kelderman, and chances are they're going to say air ride, right?
What do you think of when I say Kelderman?
What?
Well, sure, Kelderman does make air lift kits for a bunch of trucks. There is so much more than meets the eye. Oof, the coffee got me there. See, Kelderman was actually founded way back in 1970 in a small Iowa town by the founder and president of the company, Mr. Gary Kelderman. Gary started Kelderman Manufacturing in a small shop and focused on building innovative products for the agricultural industry. That's right, this big, flashy show truck lift kit company that you guys know started by making products for farmers. And those of you that know me know that I also started in the agricultural industry, growing up as a farm kid and actually graduating from a local tech college with a degree in farming.
And eating paint.
Well, okay, hold on now. Technically, it was agribusiness and science technologies, okay, but who's counting? Perhaps one of Gary Kelderman's biggest feats when it came to the agricultural industry was his invention of the rubber track system. See, back in the day, we only had tires. We didn't have tracks. This track system would allow for better weight distribution on heavy equipment, and it was so well taken by companies like New Holland, and of course, the best tractor manufacturer ever on the market, period. You case guys can fight me at the flagpole. John Deere took note and now produce tractors, combines, grain carts, and other equipment with these rubber tracks. Pretty crazy, really, that you know, like tracks were invented in this little shop in Iowa in the middle of nowhere. You know, people think it happens in like these big research facilities or something. No, it doesn't, and it's cool, and it's awesome. Kelderman would continue to innovate and engineer all sorts of agricultural things for the next 20 years, from hay rakes to down corn reels and the likes. It's pretty cool stuff. While the first 20 years were great, Gary's passion for cars and trucks quickly bled over into Kelderman Manufacturing. See, just like you and I, Gary was a major fan of custom vehicles all across the board, and as you guys know, it's hard to not let this take over your life. In 1990, Gary Kelderman drove down to the local Dodge dealer and thought, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna buy a brand new pickup. And so he did. He bought a brand new Ram Cummins right off the showroom floor. Now listen, if you've ever been in a first-gen Cummins, then you already know that the ride on these trucks from the factory is a little less than stellar. We'll say it that way. Gary, the engineer and fabricator that he was so unhappy with the way the truck rode that he actually parked a brand new pickup truck for several months until he could develop a solution to this awful ride problem that he was facing. And he developed a solution indeed.
Why didn't he test drive it before he bought it?
Dude, I don't know, because that's what you do. You're like, I'm gonna go buy a new pickup, and you pick it up and drive it home. And then you're like, oh, this ride sucks. Let me park it in the side of the freaking shed for 6 months until I can build a suspension system for it. Gary continued to fabricate, tweak, and engineer until he finally settled on a design that he was happy with, the Kelderman two-stage rear air suspension system. Fun fact for you, the design was so well received that it's actually still in production today. Over the next 25 years, Kelderman would continue to develop air ride suspension systems for pickup trucks, chassis cab trucks. They make it for RVs and for trailers, and even full ride air lift kits, which is what we are most focused on today. While it was Gary that really pioneered the air ride market for pickup trucks, it wasn't until his son Jeff stepped in that they really started pushing the boundaries of what a Kelderman lift kit could do. Some of Jeff's biggest work includes Big Red, which was a 2003 Ram 3500 Mega Cab long box that was on an 8 to 10 inch adjustable 4-link air ride lift kit, the first of its kind in the market. And while that was cool, much like you and I, Jeff couldn't settle for that, which is why a year later in 2004, he did another 4-link kit, this time a 12 to 14 inch adjustable airlift on a Super Duty. Taking it one step further, Jeff also designed a hydraulic bed lift system so that the pickup box could sit flat on the ground for easier loading and unloading of cargo. Truth be told, he only did this so he could load his Harley into the bed of his truck because his Harley is pretty wicked, and he had to have a way to get in the back of the truck so he could roll around all mobbing style, you know, freaking Harley in the back and truck, and it's cool. I want it. In terms of products, Kelderman is going to offer everything from the mild to the wild. They've got airbag kits for stock height trucks who are looking to add more towing capacity, air ride kits for RVs, corn reels for downed corn if the wind like blows your corn over before you got time to combine it, hay rakes for making hay and other accessories. The list just goes on and on and on. And of course, they also make some of the biggest and baddest lift kits in the game. Quite recently, we put a Kelderman lift kit on that Super Duty SEMA truck that we built and we talked about before, and it was wicked. They're complex. They feature a ton of moving parts. The bag mounts and all the other hardware and the sway bar links, all that stuff is super, super complex. And to be frank though, we expect these kits to be intense. I mean, where else are you gonna get an adjustable lift kit that makes 42s look small? Not only do these guys do lift kits, but Kelderman is continuing to push the envelope when it comes to accessories. Recently, they started making things like custom grills, which are awesome because they have these little inserts for the light bars, and they started rolling out some pretty wicked bumpers as well. Once again, it's just fact that Kelderman has continued to prove that they not only talk the talk, but they really walk the walk when it comes to custom vehicles. Perhaps that's why we love them though, right? I mean, Kelderman is the true embodiment of an enthusiast-owned company. It's a family company nestled deep down in Iowa that took their love for helping people and mixed it with a few custom vehicles, and now they live the dream every single day. To me, their products are the perfect mix of both form and function, and it really makes me wish I'd bought a Super Duty so I could slap a baller air ride kit on it and then still like throw a gooseneck over the top of it and mob down the highway hauling, you know, like 3 cars, because that would be really cool and I really like to do that. What do you guys think about Kelderman air ride kits? Are you a fan, or would you rather stick with a traditional lift kit? Let us know down in the comments section below, and if you're interested in a Kelderman lift kit, we actually carry those. We have them at customoffsets.com. With that, I'm Dustin with Custom Offsets. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.